Warriors battle for what they hold dear in their heart. They're passionate about fighting for what stands in the way of living in the freedom and the fullness that God intended for them. They challenge the lies and the fears that create bondage and defeat in their lives so that they can live victoriously in their destiny. Warriors are passionate about fighting for what matters most to them in their hearts. We think of the word passion meaning an intense desire or this boundless enthusiasm for something or someone that we care about. But what many of us don't really realize is that the word passion actually means to be willing to suffer for something that we love. Passion and suffering go hand in hand. Passion actually means to suffer. When we feel passionate about something or someone, we care about that thing or that person so much that we're willing to do anything, whatever it takes, to fight for it. And Jesus was the ultimate example of passion. He loves us so much that he was willing to die on the cross to rescue and redeem us. Jesus was a true heart warrior. He was a freedom fighter. He battled against the darkness so that we could be free to live in our true identity as the powerful warriors that we are and to live out the purpose and the destiny that God intended for each of us. And we have such a special and unique one, each of us. We have the passion of God burning within us. He placed that inside of us so that we have a fierceness to fight for what we hold dear, just as He does. He created us to live fueled by our passion. Passion empowers us and it guides us to live out our purpose on earth. And connecting with our passion within is crucial for us to discover our unique purpose. But life so easily takes over, and the world that we live in is riddled with pain and brokenness. Because of the daily stress, the daily struggle that we encounter, we quickly learn how to settle for surviving in life instead of living the passion-fueled and purpose-centered life that God intended for us. And our survival requires that we shut down our heart, that we play it safe, and that we just, so that we can just be who others need us to be. We feel isolated, we feel alone in that, and we believe the lie that says, you're on your own. You have to hustle to make things happen for yourself. You've got to create life and make it go for you. And motivated by our fear of not being enough and of not having enough, we strive to create for ourselves a sense of worth, of relevance, of safety and security and even success. And soon we realize that we're trapped in the bondage of performance before we know it. Overwhelm and exhaustion are the result of living in that state of perpetual duty, burden, and obligation and people-pleasing. And if we stay in that way of existing, we eventually will reach burnout. Stop for just a moment and check in with your heart. How are you settling for being driven to succeed instead of being fueled by your passion? Do you live by your programming, your expectations of others or by others, and your duty and obligation, or according to the specific purpose that God put in your heart? Which one is feeding you? Which one is fueling you? Which one is driving you? Are the formulas and strategies for success that you're trying to follow creating more frustration and more exhaustion for you every day? Do you feel like you're living in a prison of your own making? If this is your reality, then take an honest look at why you're living the way that you are. What lies are you believing that are feeding your fear and your drivenness? What caused you to shut down your heart and squelch your passion? When did that happen? What's the more that's calling to you? You have one wild and precious life. Decide today that you're going to awaken and arise into the powerful warrior that you really are and battle for your heart. Reconnect to the passion of God that burns inside of you and fight for what stands in the way of you living in the freedom and fullness that He intended for you. Commit to doing the inner work to break through the lies and the wounds and the fears that keep you stuck and in bondage and living in defeat. Discover and live out your God-given purpose. Do you know what it is? So that you can step in to your destiny and live fueled by the passion that God put in your heart.